Hey everybody, we're just going to wait a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. Thank you. Okay, hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate everybody showing up here on a Friday afternoon. Today we'll be talking about our new integration with ITI that will allow users to access ITI's collection of fleet training content videos via the Tenstreet dashboard, easing the onboarding experience for both the driver and the client. I wanted to start by welcoming you all to the webinar and introducing you to our panelists today. Marilyn Serber is a client advisor over here at Tenstreet, specializing in the ITI integration. And you'll also be hearing from Laura McMillan, the Vice President of Training Development at ITI. I am Bailey James, and I'm part of Tenstreet's content and marketing team. Please note that the webinar will be recorded and sent to you afterwards, so if you get interrupted for any reason, don't worry about it. You can expect to receive a recording of the webinar within 24 hours. Also, you can submit your questions anytime throughout the presentation and may do so using the text box under the questions section in your GoToWebinar panel. We'll try to get to these questions as they're asked, but if for some reason we aren't able to get to them right away, we'll be addressing them at the end. So now I'll just turn it over to Marilyn to get us started.
Hi everyone, as Bailey said, thanks for joining us on a Friday afternoon. We are really excited about this integration, and in today's session you're going to learn a little bit about ITI from Laura. You're going to learn how the integration will work for you, how we'll get you started, of course what everyone wants to know, how much is it going to cost you, what kind of options we're going to have, and then of course we'll take questions at the end. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Laura to get started on talking about ITI.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're very excited about the partnership and very excited to talk about the benefits for everyone listening in and how you can leverage the available capabilities through the Tenstreet platform, as well as accessing our Instructional Technologies product. Next slide, please. Just a little bit about Instructional Technologies, and in this slide we really talk about closing the loop. So many folks out there who have some familiarity with our company, they think about the ProTread product, which is a flagship product that we have offered for over 20 years, and it's our primary curriculum. But Instructional Technologies, as much as anything, is a technology company that works to close the loop and tie together integrations across a variety of platforms. And we have prided ourselves in two particular areas. One, in that we were the very first training provider out there to tick and tie and integrate and handshake with a variety of different platforms, whether they be real-time monitoring of driver conduct, driver scorecards, CSA data, onboarding platforms, collection of MVR data, as well as driver conduct with hard braking, rapid accelerations, lane departures. So as everyone knows on the call, there's a lot of different technologies out there, a lot of safety instrumentation out on the CMVs now, and that impact the driver world and the carrier world as well. And we have been involved very, very early on in our 20-year history in focusing on technologies that bring the data together and make it actionable for clients. And I emphasize actionable because without data that you can act on, all that data in the end doesn't matter unless your company can act on it. And so with that in mind, we've produced content that brings together the data and pulls it into a way that carriers and fleets can act on the data to actually change driver behavior. The primary tools that we offer are online training, training lessons that are available wherever and whenever the driver is located, real time. Our content is considered what we call device agnostic, meaning it will play on a variety of different devices. So whether your drivers are using computers, in-cab telematics devices, iPads, iPhones, smartphones, etc., and all of the above, as long as they have web access, they can access any and all of our lessons. This allows for the carrier to have the maximum flexibility in providing access to content on a on-demand basis, to push content to drivers for targeted training purposes, and also to pull drivers into content whenever a company wants to do safety campaign sort of training or currency training, seasonal training, etc. The ultimate goal between the providers, integrated technology providers like Tenstreet and companies like ours, which makes us excited about this partnership, is it's all about avoiding crashes, reducing liability, and ensuring that our drivers come to work safely and that they go home to their families safely every day. So with that in mind, we share that ideology, we share that commitment to the industry, and we're very excited about this partnership. Next slide, please. So what we offer in a nutshell, we've been in the business at ITI over 20 years. We have specialized in content and technology training development for the professional driver, for fleet managers, and also for warehouse associates. So our main focus as a company has been in this space. So we have a fairly large library of ready-to-go, off-the-shelf courses, over 100 that are available. Our primary focus is on safety, operations, and regulatory training, compliance-level training. And we also have a number of DOL, OSHA-related courses, too, for those folks, if we have any HR listeners on the phone who are interested in what they can do to raise the bar on HR compliance and workplace safety. We have a number of warehouse and OSHA courses available as well. Next slide, please. So our clients tell us over and over again they find our training particularly effective. Number one, drivers like it. So, one of our primary audiences that we want to please is the driver. We want training to be crisp, relevant, to the point, and add value to the driver as far as making a difference in what they know and what they're able to do. Our content is all mastery-based training, and that may be a new term for folks listening. Mastery-based training is borrowed from the military, and it basically is designed around zero-defect functioning, meaning what it means in the driver world is we require on all of our lessons there's embedded quiz questions and testing such that the driver is required to pass at 100% before they are able to continue through the lesson and actually complete it. From a carrier and fleet perspective, what that means to the risk management side of your business is that these are the most defensible types of lessons available. If you think about it, in a liability situation, you don't really want to have someone asking why you thought 70% pass or 80% pass was good enough. Well, we know that mastery-based training not only from the military example of comprehensive complete training, but also from a liability perspective, that helps ensure or cover the carrier and fleet in the event that they need to be able to prove that their drivers knew and successfully completed lessons. And we keep all of those training records basically forever. We have quite a storage bank of data and keep very detailed records on all drivers that have completed lessons and make all of that reporting available to our clients. As far as the quality of the lessons, we include a lot of realism, 3D animations. We really have moved away or avoid the sort of talking head type of videos or B-roll videos that basically dates the content very quickly. We have found that drivers are much more engaged with 3D animations and interactive qualities that keep them focused on the training, get the message more quickly, and importantly, they retain that information and transfer it back to the performance on their job. We've also made sure, even though we have a variety of very thorough, comprehensive sort of courses, we break it down into shorter segments and topics, sort of bite-sized elements, again, in the interest of adult learning and making sure people grasp that information and can apply it effectively. Next slide, please. So a lot of our topics cover a wide gamut. These are just a few, but these are common areas of consideration and concern that tend to pop up regularly with our clients. So we continue to have backing and docking issues with drivers, the hitting fixed objects, close quarter maneuvering type issues. Speed and space management continue to be in the top 5 root causal factors or contributing factors to accidents. Driving too fast for conditions and a lack of awareness of space contribute to accidents. So those continue to be top lessons. Fuel economy, from a productivity perspective, our carriers and fleets are always looking to reduce the carbon footprint, increase fuel efficiency, and engaging their drivers with that effort. And so we have good quality lessons to teach drivers what they can actually do and control towards fuel economy. For those who are familiar with the CSA data, that has been shared over the past couple of years. Pre-trip inspections, vehicle inspections has tended to be a very big hit area in roadside inspections, and so we have several lessons that walk the driver through a very thorough 360 walk-around vehicle inspections to make sure that they are in compliance, and to help just really train drivers on the importance of the vehicle inspections and to help ensure they catch everything so that a law enforcement officer doesn't catch that for them. And then we do have a very broad library or an emphasis on all of the regulatory issues. So for our clients who really need to get that message out to their fleets, get it out quickly, get it out consistently, we have pretty much every regulatory content, particularly from DOT and many from OSHA. And for our food service delivery folks, we have a gamut of the Food Safety Modernization Act lessons, basically to help you get into compliance and keep your fleet in compliance for the long term. Next slide, please. And so with our client base, we've been servicing clients, again, for many years. We have approximately over 15 million users of our content. And what we have found is we have clients that have a variety of needs, and we have a full spectrum of content, whether it's custom content that maybe your organization has created. We have the ability to host that content, including any PowerPoint presentations, videos, newsletter documents, PDF documents. All of that can be hosted through the ITI platform. We also have a number of clients who take our standard lessons and they want to tweak them according to their own unique policies and procedures, and that's a fairly easy to do, economical approach to leveraging content that exists that's 80 or 90% there and just tweaking it so it matches your company's needs. We are able to do that for you. We have a full production team that helps design content and wrap it around unique customer circumstances. And lastly, we do, with that production team, we have full up, built from scratch sort of lessons where we may not have a standard lesson, but a client has a very special need for unique content, truly unique to their organization. So we have a full in-house production team that includes video, animations, presentations, and more to create that entire package for the client. Next slide, please. And so that's kind of a nutshell what Instructional Technologies does, and I believe we're going to flip it over now to Marilyn, and she's going to talk us through more of this actual integration and how you can take advantage of it.
Thank you, Laura. That was great. I'm going to show everyone a clip of one of the videos just because I think it's important for a visual, and I believe this content is great and grabs your attention the way Laura described. So we're going to just play a little bit of a clip so that you can see what the videos look like.
Those terms that get used so much, we may have to be reminded to stop and think about what it really means. The National Safety Council defines defensive driving as driving to save lives, time, and money in spite of the conditions around you and the actions of others. Well, that sounds kind of simple, but when you're driving a large vehicle, it can get complicated fast. Staying safe means staying on point 24/7 and keeping a 360-degree view of the world. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration and the State Departments of Transportation consider a good defensive driver to be one who would identify dangers far enough down the road so that they have enough time to safely maneuver around them. You must always assume that other drivers will make mistakes, and it's up to you to take action when that happens. You have to always be searching the highways in front of you to see what's coming and know the way is clear. In this lesson, we'll go over several key hazard areas and ways for you to stay aware of what's going on with your vehicle and the area around it. This may be one of the most important lessons you'll ever take. Lives, including your own, depend on you knowing the rules of the road.
So as you guys can see, as Laura described, the content there is great, and it keeps your attention, and it has those breaks for you. So it's going to always break like that every couple of minutes, and that really keeps the driver engaged, and then it has the built-in knowledge check. So we will have some of those videos in our dashboard for you guys to demo, some common ones, as we roll out this integration. So the integration we're excited about because we can really customize this to fit your needs. ITI has a lot of clients already, and so if you are already a client of ITI, then we want to offer you access to your library through our platform. If you're not a client of ITI and you say, well, I want to show my drivers these 5 videos for pre-orientation, then great, we can design a package for you. If you already have your own content for orientation and you just want to do targeted training to follow up after an accident or when a regulation changes, then we can do a package for you based around that. Or we also have a per view option. Mostly I think that will benefit smaller fleets or those fleets that really have everything but they just maybe want to use one video to supplement a library that they already have. Then you can just use that video. So you have a lot of options to meet the needs of your fleet, which we're excited about that because we know not all fleets need the same thing. How do you get started with this? Well, it's really very simple. You can schedule a call with me. My email address is here, or if you talk to your account manager regularly or your advisor, whoever you talk to at Tenstreet the most, reach out to them and they can get a call scheduled with me, and we'll kind of talk through what you need. Are you an ITI client already or not? And we need to pick the videos you want and determine, are you going to use a package or a per view, and we can kind of talk about what your orientation and post-training needs are. And then you can start effectively training your drivers. As Laura said, there's these knowledge checks built in, and for us, if you're accessing the ITI library through our system, we will have that training acknowledgement attached with every video, and so the benefit of that is that it automatically goes into your driver's file in Tenstreet, so you can really create that comprehensive file and system of record in Tenstreet on your drivers. So how much does it cost? There's not a fee from Tenstreet for the integration itself. So you must already have or sign up to be a Forms and Video Engines client. And so if you already have Forms and Videos, then we are not going to charge you extra for this ITI integration. We will charge you for the content. If you don't already have Forms and Video, please reach out to, again, me or your account manager or your advisor, and we can get you a quote on that and talk to you about what that looks like comprehensively, not just for the ITI content. With this integration, you are going to have access to over 100 videos, so that's pretty exciting, so you can pick which ones are good for you. We have a package kind of recommendation here to say, here's what we would recommend if you say, I want to use this content just for orientation or pre-orientation or some combination of both. And so we've kind of divided this here into different categories, and you could pick and choose from that. And so this is certainly not the full library, but to look at over 100 videos in a spreadsheet is a lot. So we'll be working on different package combinations for you so that you can pick what content you want. Also, if you already have content that you're using and that you want to update or that you want to make a switch, send us a list. Send me a list of what those videos are, and I've watched all of these videos, so I can say, okay, here's what the replacement is for that, because sometimes the titles can be pretty different from platform to platform. So it's pretty straightforward from our side, and so we're really excited to get this going for you. I know we already have had several conversations with clients who are interested, so please reach out to us and let us know how we can get you started and show you more of how it works in the system. And does anybody have any questions? So self-explanatory, we don't even have any questions. But if you think of any, again, my email address is marilyn.serber@tenstreet.com. I look forward to hearing from you and getting you going on this integration.
Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. You'll be getting this recording within 24 hours. And like Marilyn said, let us know if you have any questions. Have a great day.